Deuteronomy 23. Holiness, mercy, and integrity in God's community. Moses told Israel that certain people were not to enter the assembly of the Lord. No one whose body was crushed or whose male organ was cut off was to enter. No one born of a forbidden union was to enter the assembly, even to the 10th generation. An Ammonite or Moabite was not to enter the assembly of the Lord, because they did not meet Israel with bread and water on the way when Israel came out of Egypt, and because they hired Balaam son of Beor from Pethor in Mesopotamia to curse Israel. But the Lord their God refused to listen to Balaam and turned the curse into a blessing because the Lord loved Israel. Israel was not to seek the peace or prosperity of the Ammonites and Moabites all their days. Moses said that Israel was not to despise an Edomite because he was their brother, nor an Egyptian because they were sojourners in his land. The children born to them in the 3rd generation could enter the assembly of the Lord. Moses then spoke about keeping the camp holy. When the army went out against enemies, they were to keep themselves from every evil thing. If any man became unclean because of a nocturnal emission, he was to go outside the camp and wash himself with water and be clean by evening. A place was to be designated outside the camp for relieving oneself, and they were to cover what came out of them, because the Lord walked in the midst of the camp to deliver them. Moses said the camp must be holy, so that the Lord would not see anything indecent and turn away. Moses commanded that a slave who escaped from his master was not to be returned, but was to live where he chose among Israel and not be oppressed. There was not to be cult prostitution among the daughters or sons of Israel. They were not to bring the wages of a prostitute or a dog into the house of the Lord, because both were detestable. Moses said that Israel was not to charge interest to their brother on money, food, or anything lent, though they could charge interest to a foreigner. When they made a vow to the Lord, they were to fulfill it and not delay. They were free not to vow, but once they vowed, they were responsible to keep their word. Moses said that if they went into their neighbor's vineyard, they could eat grapes with their hands, but not take any in a basket. If they went into their neighbor's grain field, they could pluck heads with their hand, but not use a sickle. Next comes Deuteronomy 24, where Moses gives laws about divorce, compassion, and protecting the vulnerable.